Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Tuesday, March 29th, 2016, around 8:10 in the evening in Berwick, Massachusetts. Sun went down. It's going to be chilly tonight, below freezing, but tomorrow is supposed to be in the 60s, and it's going to top out on Thursday in around 70, but humid. Heavy rain coming on Friday and a shot of Arctic air, and next week they're talking about snow. So don't put away your shovels just yet. Some news to report. The New England Patriots signed cornerback E.J. Biggers to a contract, so that's good. And also, there's been rumors going around if the Bruins fail to qualify for the playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, for the second straight year in a row, that both Claude Julien, the current head coach for the Bruins, and president of Bruins hockey operations, Cam Neely, will be getting the pink slip. They'll be fired. Like Vince McMahon always says, "You're fired." And it's official. All 7 Canadian teams will not qualify for the playoffs in the NHL. That the Senators have no possible way of, they could get 89 points, but there's no possible way they could make the playoffs because Detroit and Philadelphia play against each other, and that will mean like they would have more wins than Ottawa for regulation and stuff. So it's official. No Canadian teams are making the playoffs this year. So the 23rd straight year that the Stanley Cup will be won by an American-based team. And that's about it on news. My third and final video blog subject tonight is about my 2016 Major League Baseball predictions. It's only 5 more days away from the opening day pitch of the first game, which will be a rematch of the 2015 World Series, the New York Mets against the Kansas City Royals, on ESPN. And it should be an interesting game, called by Dan Shulman and Aaron Boone and Jessica Malinoza, and it's going to be a long season, 162 games, and going to be a lot of great storylines. This will be David Ortiz's last year in Major League Baseball, and see how good Bryce Harper of the Nationals and Mike Trout of the Angels are. See other good pitching performances, and here are the predictions that will happen in Major League Baseball in 2016. My predictions: the American League East is first, winning that division in this year. I'm predicting the Tampa Bay Rays. They have a underrated starting rotation, and they always get the most out of their players, even though they have a small payroll. I think this year they're going to win the American League East. The second place team will be the Boston Red Sox. They'll get the wild card. I think David Price is going to do wonders for the pitching staff. I think he's going to win 20 games, and I think their offense is going to be good. I think Ortiz is going to hit 30 home runs his final year. I think Travis Shaw is going to be a great third baseman, and Brock Holt and Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts. So they have good offense, and I think Craig Kimball's going to save 40 games. Third place in the American League East, the New York Yankees. You can't count the Yankees out. They have some aging stars, but I think they'll they'll do pretty good. And fourth place is the Toronto Blue Jays. I think they're going to take a little bit of a slide this year in the division. And rounding out this will be the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles look like they're going to be the worst team in this division. In the AL Central, I'm predicting the Cleveland Indians to win the AL Central. They have a great pitching staff, and I really think they're going to win 90 games. Second place will be the Kansas City Royals. I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back this year, but they'll be in contention for one of the wild cards. Third place will be the Detroit Tigers. I think this is going to be a comeback season for Cabrera, and I think that he picked up a good pitcher, Jordan Zimmerman, and I think Justin Verlander is going to have a bounce back year. Fourth place for the AL Central will be the Minnesota Twins. They surprised a lot of people this year by staying in the wild card race into the very end. I think this year they're going to take a little bit of a step back, maybe finish under 500. And the worst team in the American League Central this year will be the Chicago White Sox. They just look horrible. This Adam LaRoche situation is going to put a damp on this season. I wouldn't be surprised if Robin Ventura gets the pink slip after this season. But I think Chris Sale's going to have an awesome year, the ace pitcher of the White Sox. And in the American League West, I like the Houston Astros to finish in first place. They have a great pitcher in Dallas Kershaw. Also, I think Carlos Correa is going to be the next big star in Major League Baseball. Second place with the Texas Rangers. They'll get the other wild card in the American League. Cole Hamels is the leading pitching the ace pitcher, and they have a good pitching staff. Plus, their offense looks pretty good. Third place, Seattle Mariners. They look like a decent, good team. Fourth place, the Oakland A's. I think Billy Beane is going to, with this, he gets the most out of his players, and I think they're going to finish in fourth place. And rounding out of this division is the LA Angels of Anaheim. I think they have a bad pitching staff. The offense is not that great besides Mike Trout. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last season Mike Scioscia manages the team, because he's been there a long time, and they're an aging team. And it could be several years before the LA Angels of Anaheim are really good again, because they have no farm system. Their pitching staff's horrible. And this is going to be just a shame to see Mike Trout's best years in his prime be wasted by a last place team. I think the Angels could be the worst team in the American League this year. And now on to the National League. And here's the predictions. In the National League East will be the New York Mets. They have an awesome pitching staff. Matt Harvey, Jason DeGrom, Noah Syndergaard, Steve Mertz, Bartolo Colon. This is an awesome pitching staff, and I think they could have the best record in the National League. Their pitching staff's dominant. I think could be better than the Atlanta Braves in the 90s. The second place team in one of the wild cards is the Washington Nationals. Steven Strasburg's going to have an awesome year for his free agency year. Bryce Harper's going to have another great year. And Max Scherzer going to have another great year. This is a good team. And Dusty Baker is a great situation for him. Third place team in this division is the Miami Marlins. They're going to finish with a better record than the other two in this division. The fourth place team, the Atlanta Braves, and the fifth place team, the Philadelphia Phillies. Both the Braves and the Phillies suck this year. They're on major rebuilding projects. The Braves might get better when they move into that new stadium, but it could be several years before the Phillies are relevant. Phillies could have the worst record in baseball this year, and this is Ryan Howard's last year in Major League Baseball, in my humble opinion. The National League Central will be the first place team winning this division, Chicago Cubs. They have a complete team. Arrieta's coming back. They have a good pitching staff. picked up Jason Hayward from the Cardinals. So this is a great team. Second place team, St. Louis Cardinals. I think they're going to take a little step back this year. Third place team is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have a decent pitching rotation staff, and Andrew McCutcheon's a superstar, but he's coming up soon for a contract. There's been rumors going around that the Pittsburgh Pirates want to extend him, and there's rumors he wants $30 million a year, which Pittsburgh Pirates cannot afford. If he requests that, they're going to have to trade him. And the fourth and fifth place teams in this division, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds, both of these teams are going absolutely nowhere this year. They suck, and they're going to be rebuilding. In the National League West, first place team will be the San Francisco Giants. They are class of this division, have an awesome pitching staff. I think it's just going to be another great season. I think Madison Bumgarner could be considered for the Cy Young Award. The second place team, and a surprise, will be the Arizona Diamondbacks. Zach Greinke is probably going to have an awesome year. Paul Goldschmidt probably will win the MVP, and they're going to get the second wild card. Hopefully the fans attend the games at Chase Field, because there's rumors that the Diamondbacks might want out of Chase Field and move away, and because they want upgrades to Chase Field. Third place team, Los Angeles Dodgers. They're going to take a real step back this year, in my humble opinion. And it's just Clayton Kershaw is just like the ace pitcher. They're getting injury after injury. Spring training, it doesn't look good. I'd be surprised if the Dodgers are maybe a couple of games above 500. And the fourth and fifth place teams will be the Colorado Rockies and San Diego Padres. Both the Rockies and the Padres are going to have a worse year this year. There's no hope for them winning the division. You could make a case that 6 teams in the National League this year are going to suck big time. And it could be some teams like the Cardinals, Pirates, and maybe who have maybe over 90 wins. They don't qualify for the playoffs because there's other great teams. And now the AL champions will be the Houston Astros. The National League champions will be the Chicago Cubs. And the World Series champions will be the Chicago Cubs. They will win the first World Series in 108 years. And the awards. The AL MVP, I think Carlos Correa of the Astros is going to win it. AL Rookie of the Year, Brian Bugs Aunt of the Minnesota Twins. AL Cy Young Award will be David Price of the Boston Red Sox, and AL Manager of the Year will be Kevin Cash, who manages the Tampa Bay Rays. In the National League's most valuable player will be first baseman of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Paul Goldschmidt. The National League Rookie of the Year, Corey Seager, shortstop of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The NL Cy Young will be Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers. I think he's going to have another special performance year, which he's going to go into the Hall of Fame, I think, when his career's done, unless if he blows out his arm. And the NL Manager of the Year will be Dusty Baker of the Washington Nationals, and you can catch all the games of the Major League Baseball, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, or it's FS1, Major League Baseball Network, MLB Network with Bob Costas and Jim Card. I hope one of these days Heidi Watney does a play-by-play game for the MLB Network and ESPN. And that's about it on this video blog. I will be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus for 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about the continuation of the top 100 TV sitcoms of all time, numbers 80 through 71. no, A through 71. Second video blog will be about top candidates for the NHL's Norris Trophy for Best Defenseman. And the third and final video blog of the night will be my take of the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame class. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt, WCCO, Oxen has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swensy's so awesome. And tonight's amateur night at 176 Boston Road. That is Max 2, also known as the Deuce. And in the words of Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer, and business is about to pick up. Good night. See you tomorrow.